apparently a lot of people in the comments talk about how good that actually was. Yeah, I have no idea what Kids WB is. Generic intro in the deck gives me here, back with another nostalgic good video. Today we're doing Kids WB, which I'm guessing stands for Warner Brothers. It's another hour-long nostalgic video. Last week's video was also an hour long, and it was the Toonami video. I've never heard of Toonami. I've never heard of Kids WB, Kids Warner Brother. As you probably know, I haven't seen most of the things that are in the thumbnail. I have seen ScoobyDoo. And that's pretty much it for all the things that are in the thumbnail. You can check reaction to the Toonami video. I'll leave it right up there. Also, link down below in the description. Also, in a place on my channel with all my other nostalgic reaction. Going in chronological order. The comments on the video were absolutely hilarious because apparently, I'm not from this planet, according to a lot of you. And you're probably just going to continue saying that in the comments of this video. I do read every single one of your comments and often get a good laugh about it by all the theories people come up with for where I came from and why I haven't seen or watched or experienced most of these things. But the Toonami video did have a charity shout out at the end of the video for Habitat of Humanity in the first day. That video made $18 every single time. That video made $18.80 in the first day. I put that number into Habitat of Humanity, and oh my god, you shake the screen and it's like, nope, can't do that. But it was Habitat for Humanity for $18 because they were like, nope, we don't want your pennies. So if this video has a charity shout out at the end of the video, whatever this video makes in the first day, we go to that. That wouldn't be possible if it weren't for the patrons like these people right down here. They allow me to donate money that I make from the ad revenue of these videos to charity. So shout out to the patrons, shout out to everybody that watches these videos. I hope I can make your day just a tiny little better. I do read our comments. I hope you are subscribed as we are approaching 100,000 subscribers, which is a crazy milestone. But like I said, if you become a patron, $3 a month gets you all my reaction videos a day early. I'm here to be a smile, not make you pay, and that's why there's no paywalls on my channel. But I look forward to reading your comments, whether you're a patron or subscribed or not. It's gonna be a good time. Let's go ahead and jump into Kids WB. All right, a lot of people are telling me I needed to see this after the last one.
You're craving right now, right to your door.
I can't wait to read the comments. The comments are gonna be good. The comments are gonna be good. They're always good. You know, like all the theories about where I came from and why I am the way I am are always funny. Always funny. But yeah, no, it's this is gonna be interesting. Yeah, I have no idea what Kids WB is. I guess I just didn't watch 6 in the morning. I guess I woke up at 7 today, but yeah, waking up to watching cartoons. I don't know, I guess I just watched other things than average kids did. Like, I remember watching, like, you know, Deadliest Warrior and Discovery Channel and the Military Channel, and, which is weird, because I have no family members in the military.
Did we really used to get up this early just for cartoons?
It's not just cartoons, it's Kids WB.
Don't you mean Vortex?
I'll
Vortex, what's that?
Hey, where the hell is Critic? Isn't he supposed to be kicking this thing off?
Nah, let's just start without him.
Is Pokemon on Kids WB?
Hey, everybody!
Oh, he's in it.
Is that Critic on the TV?
Yeah. How did he do that?
What's wrong with you all? It's a constant party here at Kids WB.
Is it?
Critic, how long have you been in?
What channel was this on?
Days, maybe weeks. I don't know. I've lost track of time because there's always a party here.
You've just been partying nonstop?
Yeah.
That's the Kids WB life. Yeah, everyone's always jumping, screaming, throwing confetti. Thank God no productions are being filmed at this studio because they wouldn't be able to record shit over all the noise.
Yeah, no.
Telling us that you've been partying this entire time and it's had no effect
For
on
weeks.
Kill me.
What?
Oh.
Kids WB all the way, man! Before every
Was it
studio
just-
tried to have a streaming platform, many tried to have their own TV channel.
Woo, that's good.
1995, Warner Bros.
95, I was
watched
born in
it.
97.
Well, not always giving the highest of television quality.
What
Well,
was that?
Depending on your definition of highest.
Vampire
WB
High.
did have a few hit shows that are still talked
Smallville.
about today, as well as one of the world's most annoying mascots.
Everybody,
A frog?
Michigan rhyme.
I guess
Why
Bugs
does he
Bunny was too associated
sound like
with
Peter
children
Griffin?
to be the mascot, so they went with the Looney Tune that many considered most adult at the time.
That's a Looney
Michigan
Tune?
J. Frog from One Froggy Evening.
Everybody
Never heard of
likes
it.
the W. Everybody likes the WB.
Not only did his literal song and dance routine get old quick, but he weirdly sung about depressing stuff.
What did he sing
you ever
about?
actually listen to what he sings?
No.
I swear I'm not making this up.
Hello, my baby, you're in the red, you're wanted by the IRS. Your love life
Wait, they actually say that?
Enjoy what you got, it isn't a lot, it's certainly not money. Bills continue to pile, go bankrupt in style, just
What? Why is he singing about
For
this?
help, Michigan. You gonna throw yourself
Why
in
is he called
Doc Hopper
Michigan?
soon? I think The Simpsons summed up this character best.
Wait, The Simpsons?
I need a drink.
Oh, yeah,
The launch
that's
at the same
not
time
right.
as their adult programming was their children's programming. Kids WB ran on the WB network from 1995 to 2006. They showed less of their frog mascot because, well, only adults
That's
should
the
be
party.
that annoyed and depressed. And instead had stars from their usual
Nice
programming,
haircut.
both animated and live action, introduced the lineup.
I want to say that thing's
Not gonna lie,
pink
it
from
is a
Pinky and the
little funny
Brain.
seeing a future Oscar winner hype you up for cartoon.
Jamie Foxx? That's not his real name,
enjoyed those
by the way.
commercials, then you'll really like the Bugs and Daffy show.
Bugs and
Let's be
Daffy?
honest, WB was the parents' house for the cast of In Living Color to get back on their feet.
In some respects, Kids WB left an even bigger impact than their adult shows because it combined what worked on other networks like Fox Kids and combined it with
Oh,
some new
did
styles
I already
and
do the
ideas,
Fox
both
Kids
from
video?
America
I wanna say I
and from
did.
Japan, introducing a lot of kids to their
Pokemon.
first animes.
Hey, what do you got there, a rabbit?
It's a Pokemon.
What? I did watch, like,
There's a ton of shows
Pokemon
we
and
grew up with
Yu-Gi-Oh!
and ready to
I think it
talk
was on
about, so
4
let's
Kids,
get
though.
cracking.
Or was it on WB
Because here,
Kids?
the party never stops.
Critic, are you sure you're okay?
Jesus, get me out of here! Nobody should party this much while just randomly turning to the camera announcing the schedule!
Well, how do we get them out?
I got an idea. Critic, read the text message that I'm sending you.
What is it?
Coming up next, me on the couch.
Oh. Oh, nice.
This is... Tamara, I sent you an email about not wearing the same thing as me!
Oh.
God damn it, no.
Batman.
Change it. Go, say the thing.
This is Kids
He's just flipping around? Okay.
WB.
What's all the Batman stuff?
And you can call this Kids WWWB.
Matthew Lawrence here to tell you you're watching Kids
I don't know who that is.
WWWB.
Please don't go.
The
It's great
meme.
having you here.
I don't know what it's from.
And this is Kids WWWB.
The Homelander.
What does the WB stand for? We're back.
He's been
Is it
compared
really?
to
Oh,
Elvis
God.
Costello, but I think Huey has a far more bitter, cynical
Oh, in the
sense of
slap.
humor.
Daffy Duck hasn't let the fact that he's a big-time movie star go to his head.
Oh, what is his name?
hell is even that?
I know that clip from Whistler Diesel videos. That's a cat. Chaplin?
Just the ones we grew up with.
Or the ones that left the biggest impact.
So let's not waste any time.
I'm literally saying this just to waste time.
Let's look over the shows that we've discussed before. Okay, so I've talked to death
The
about what I
Animaniacs,
guess you
Pinky
could
and the
call
Brain,
Spielberg-Ruger
Freakazoid.
collection, sometimes with Tom Ruger and others who worked on the shows. So I'm gonna do a bit of a lightning round here. Animaniacs, for the most part, was the same here as it was on Fox Kids, but there was a feeling it could go a little further.
I'm sorry, did you
A lot
drop a
of kids'
bomb?
programming had to work in something educational, hence why you saw so many PSAs back in the day.
Really?
Animaniacs was the same and worked with it beautifully, teaching information with brilliant songs, but when they
Time
didn't have
zones?
an amazing songwriter from time to time, they did have to sneak in an obvious moral, despite
Like what?
them making fun of obvious morals with the wheel morality. Kids WB seem more relaxed with all that, allowing them to push
I wonder
back
why they
with
did that.
messages,
I wonder if it had,
which
like,
honestly
tax
can be kind of
implications.
refreshing by today's standards. I like the recent reboot fine, but their hammered in messages clearly wanting to save the world does comically clash with the writing on Kids WB.
Why can't our elected leaders just pass laws to strengthen pollution regulations, promote
Recently,
renewable
warning
energy,
ending.
and hold fossil fuel companies accountable? Let's take the car.
We'll have
That's
to stop and fill it up.
odd.
That pig sucks gas like it's water.
There's plenty more we can be doing to reverse climate change, like wasting less food and water and switching to energy-efficient appliances.
Like,
I'm gonna go chop down a Christmas tree and put it in my house to decorate.
We've actually been significantly less naughty ever since the mysterious disappearance of Hello Nurse and Minerva May.
A handshake is how we say hello.
Would you like to see
what
how
is that
we do
accent?
Good night, everybody.
I think because
Wait,
they
what
were
was that?
originally on the
What?
Warner Brothers network, they may have been encouraged to make fun of Disney a little bit more, as I swear more parodies popped up, but I could be wrong.
Wait, was that supposed to be
Animaniacs
Aladdin?
was and still is
Never
a
seen it,
staple
by
of
the way.
quality. Their side characters, Pinky and the Brain, got their own series that ran for 3 years.
Oh, they
But
wait, they were
a
part of the
decent run for an
Animaniacs?
animated spin-off.
Oh.
The classic Mouse and Mouse duo proved to have a lot of possibilities and introduced new plans to take over the world, as well as new characters to play.
Everybody got mad at me when I had
We're
no idea
eventually
what they
given
are.
another spin-off, Pinky, Elmira, and the Brain, which, I'll be honest, isn't as bad as it sounds. It's not great, but it's better than it has any right to be. I did an episode on that too if you want to check it out.
Oh, should I react to
Freakazoid
that?
was the first new Spielberg show to premiere on Kids WB, and I think you could argue was the beginning of troll humor in children's cartoons.
What is
It leaned
what is
much more
troll
towards
humor?
the writers just writing whatever odd jokes were on their mind and not really caring if it tied into the story or if it even had a story.
Okay.
The humor felt a lot more experimental, sometimes working, sometimes not, and sometimes changing with time. There's jokes that I didn't think were that funny when I first saw them, but humor evolves over the years, and when I look back, some of them actually are a little better.
1996, still before my
you can watch
time.
a video I did on it with the people who actually made it.
That's
Needless to
kinda
say,
cool.
I definitely recommend all these shows.
But what
That was
about
weird.
the shows that Tom Ruger worked on that didn't have
Ruger,
Spielberg's
like-
name above the title?
Oh,
Like the guns?
I see. Like when Spielberg erased the guns from E.T., he erased his name on the top of some of these shows.
No, I mean like Road Rovers.
That's not a show.
Stop saying words.
Oh, it's all
What?
too real, my friend.
What is it called? Road Rovers or too close to Range Rover? If you know
Road
Chris and
Rovers
Cars
was
on
very
TikTok.
different.
Range Rovers.
And undoubtedly a furry awakening for many.
Don't listen to him, my darlings. He knows not what he says.
The series follows the adventures of a team of 5 superpowered anthropomorphic dogs known as Kano Sapiens.
Yep, this was the
It
start
next
for
in
a
line
lot of
a
people.
wide and varied team and
I bet it
team
was.
ready to
I'm
cash
sorry,
in
does the
on
plane have a
popularity
dog
of
head on it?
anthropomorphic crime-fighting superheroes.
Hey, Ninja Turtles rip street sharks off, okay?
Street Sharks.
No.
But they did.
We are not having this conversation again, Walter.
But it's awesome.
Except
Did you
it's
say
the
it's
90s,
Shawsome?
so the cash-in is extreme! It was fine for what it was, with hijinks and action distracting enough for a then 6-year-old like myself.
6-year-olds.
The name is Mr. Puffy Lips, but you can call me an ambulance.
Can cuss. Yep.
Featuring the talents of Michael Richardson, another one of my inspirations, along with Jim Cummings, Tress MacNeille, Frank Welker, Jess Harnell, and many others.
I don't
this
recognize
show
any of
had
those names.
Quite an entertaining cast. The jokes and plot had enough charm to complement the camp of its premise. The humor is very dad-based.
Bone,
and works
apple,
well for the
what?
bouncy energy one would expect from a pack of dogs.
Achtung! Who's the babe?
Wait, that talks like that
Not a
normally?
babe, okay? So back off.
Ooh, Tachi, Mr. Tachi.
It was insanely short-lived,
What?
only spawning 13 episodes.
13?
Coming to an abrupt
One more than
end due to
Chainsaw
an
Man.
event surrounding a lawsuit over its idea.
A lawsuit?
Dog, stop suing people.
Stunt dogs. I don't know what that
Nah,
is.
you don't know what that is.
Coming to an undisclosed
Did they actually try to
conclusion,
sue
the
them?
future of the franchise remains a mystery. For what it was, though, it was a fun little adventure that's grown a little bit of a following. If it ever came back in the future,
All their
you
planes
bet
have
I'd
dog
definitely
heads.
Check it out to see what they've been up to.
Sure.
Okay, but how about some superheroes that wear capes and aren't dogs?
Look at Chaplin. Chaplin's just like humans. Superman. Superman versus Goku?
Superman,
Oh
the
god, that
animated
death
series,
battle's...
expanded the DC
Oh
animated
boy,
universe by being
it's the next
first
death battle.
additional show to take place in the same world as Batman the Animated Series. It was also the first
Oh.
time Supes got his own animated program since the self-titled cartoon from 1988.
And how was that show?
It
Thanks for impersonating me, Dad.
exists.
Wait. Superman's father
Superman was
is
significant
there?
for many reasons, including the introduction of non-Superman exclusive heroes and villains from the comics, like the Flash, Green Lantern, Aquaman,
Oh.
Lobo, Darkseid, and many more.
Darkseid.
This laid the foundation for what Justice League and Justice League Unlimited became in the mid-2000s. Well-known actors like Malcolm McDowell, Gilbert Gottfried,
I've heard
Ed
that name.
Asner, Lori Petty, and Michael Ironside all popped up to fill many
Ironside
of
is
these
the last
supplementary
name?
roles
That's sick.
across its 54-episode run. The Man of Steel was powered down for most of this show, making him more vulnerable to
powered
attacks
down?
from his enemies. He wasn't able to simply solve a problem by moving an entire planet, much
Eh.
less an entire city. I really appreciated that, and I think a lot of the bigger stories were better because of it.
But could he spin the Earth backwards, yet not be fast enough to catch 2 missiles?
Or kiss someone, erasing their memory?
Or not
Wait, really?
the anti-K-Knights? What's that?
Where are you getting
Is that like
those?
Super Dog? Did somebody make a Blu-ray?
Tim
Where did
Daly's
Chaplin go?
Superman/Clark Kent balanced his more human, genuine side with the classic truth and justice pomp and circumstance without going too cornball on his delivery.
Those are his adopted parents, right?
I think that's a question for another time.
I
Oh.
also love Clancy Brown's Lex Luthor as Kal-El's antithesis. He's right up there with Michael Rosenbaum among my favorite versions of the character. While this show was as
Is that a
bright
mime?
and colorful as it needed to be,
The
it
mime
got
talk.
darker as it went along, with episodes like Apocalypse Now, Brave New
The kids
Metropolis,
just think
and
mimes
Legacy,
are cool.
which are some of my personal favorites, covered in a top 5 video we did a few years back.
Savor your moment.
I don't think I reacted to that.
But remember, victory has its price.
True, there's like 5 intense moments that almost match the intensity of the robot scene from Superman 3. Look at the comments, man. Oh, no!
The show hasn't quite endured as much as Justice League or BTAS, but it should not be forgotten. This was a solid interpretation.
I'm guessing that's an evil puppet.
That featured some great character work, strong stories, and surprising yet earned darker moments. Its impact on the world of Superman is important, and if you've never seen it, I suggest giving it a shot for a faithful and layered incarnation of the Big Blue Boy Scout.
Okay, also, were these cartoons, were they like 30-minute segments or were they 15-minute segments? Like, I remember in TV shows were like 15 minutes.
Superman was a worm. I do.
Was that a thing?
Yeah, how is he?
He's okay.
Huh.
That sums up my review.
Okay, well, that makes sense. Oh. Earthworm Jim. Oh my god, he's in Sonic for Hire.
Earthworm Jim is one of the most unique game franchises ever.
I really should make that one public that was copyright blocked until Machinima stopped existing.
So, when they made a cartoon series on it in 1995, everyone had the same reaction. It's good. I feel bad saying that because it gives the impression it's not worth checking out, but it is. Just don't expect something as batshit insane as the game. But, you know, still a little insane. The very loose story centers around the space traveler Earthworm Jim and puppy sidekick Peter, trying to defend the galaxy against all sorts of strange baddies. That's about all there is to it, and honestly, sometimes it doesn't even follow all the way through with that. Kind of like Freakazoid, they focus more on just throwing strange jokes at you, but the jokes are pretty funny and memorable.
I'll solve this problem with my 4 hyper-intelligent brains.
4? I'm hungry. I'm cold. I'm itchy. Where are the girls?
Well,
do earthworms have 4 brains?
Voice like they hinted he had.
Can't you cut an earthworm in half and it'll grow back
playing
and
him
split
as
too?
an Adam West type with the voice of Genie having just eaten Homer Simpson.
Quick, little buddy, lift me! Lift me!
I beg your pardon?
Use me like a Oh, right!
The dark edge and over-the-top animation is replaced with brighter imagery and a more restrained style, but the out-of-nowhere tone shifts and story abandonments just to do something silly does make it unpredictable. I just have to respect a kid show that quotes Dune whenever it can.
Timeless that fear fears the mind killer, fears the little death that brings total oblivion.
I respect quotes from Frank Herbert's other works.
Like what?
Star Wars.
Huh?
If you're looking for something that's not 100% Earthworm Jim, but say 60%
National debt.
Earthworm Jim, then check the show out. Because it's better to have 60% Earthworm Jim as opposed to 3% Earthworm Jim.
I don't know what that was supposed to be.
I really hate this game.
It's a game?
Groovy!
Thankfully, games have nothing to do with our next show.
That's good. Pokemon! I'm streaming Pokemon today. I stream it every Wednesday.
Still not a fan?
No, it's fine. Y'all just talk
Does
about
not like
while
the
I
show?
watched the South Park episode making fun of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, boomer!
Literally not.
Pokemon Mania.
Should be Pokemania!
I thought you were watching South Park!
I thought you shut up!
Swept the world in the late 90s and early 2000s. It has continued to be
Love
a cultural
Pokemon.
phenomenon for decades after its initial
It's
release.
kind of
Premiering in February
getting really popular
1999,
now
it
again.
follows the journey of young Pokemon trainer Ash Ketchum, who leaves his home to be the very best, like no one ever was.
But he never won a championship until like.
Catch them is my real test. To train them is my call.
You know how hard it is to not sing along right now?
Mark on one of them's shoe! Ha ha!
Ash wants to be a Pokemon master. Pokemon are pocket.
Remember when they tried to throw hands on
creatures
Mewtwo?
that can be caught and trained in battles to evolve and become
They
stronger.
also have the power of the sun.
In order to be a Pokemon master, Ash must first defeat gym leaders to earn their badges in order to compete in the Pokemon League tournament. Every trainer begins their journey with a starter Pokemon. Ash's choice was the adorable and iconic
It's not a starter, but
Pikachu.
okay.
Add to the mix Ash's friends Brock and Misty
never
and
opens
the
his eyes.
flamboyant Jesse and James of Team Rocket to
And
make a
Meowth.
memorable cast
Don't forget
of
about
characters.
Meowth.
The show was initially licensed through 4Kids Production, which infamously changed many cultural references
Yes.
and made some bizarre editing choices. I mean, who could ever forget those jelly donuts?
Mm-hmm.
Have a donut. That always cheers me up.
These donuts are great.
That's not a donut.
Jelly-filled are my favorite.
Those aren't donuts.
However,
Kind of crazy that
it's
they
one of the
literally tried to
greatest theme
change
songs
that.
Ever, so pros and cons.
I remember watching Smosh singing it or something. Whatever it was. That like launched Smosh.
Small penis! These writers are so young and hip!
Pokemon was extremely successful, hitting millions of viewers every week. It was the perfect combination of cute monsters, collection, and
And
adventure.
it's still a
that
thing.
kids
And
were
the
looking
card
for.
game. Which no one knows how to
Extended
play.
far
But
beyond the show. However, the anime was often kids' first exposure to the franchise. It was for me. Once the anime sunk its teeth into you, it was a fast descent into Poke Madness. I collected the toys, the cards,
I still have
the
my
games,
cards.
the VHSs. I had to catch them all.
Oh wow,
I
Gengar. I
enjoyed
wish
the
I could
Toys
get
R
one of
Us
those
Pokemon
Trade
Trading
Evolutions.
Card Game League.
Wow.
This is my medicine! I'm still playing the games and introducing my love
I'm
of
streaming
Pokemon
the
to the
games.
next generation of kids. Pokemon left an indelible mark on our culture and in our hearts. And just like how Ash can never really die, what was it, like 7 times he got killed off? Pokemon will
I actually just
continue
showed
to
that movie
win
to Jackie
all-
a couple months ago.
Well, most of us over.
I actually had to rent it. I paid to rent that movie to watch it, to show it to her, because she had never seen
you can
it.
come back now.
Hey, you know what's like Pokemon, but like so much cooler, like so much better, such a better show, such a better.
Because, hey,
cartoon.
Digimon?
It's like, so, you guys gonna be blown away. It's Men in Black.
What?
Sure. Yeah, because like the aliens are like Pokemon, but they're cooler and better.
I don't know about that.
It's like so much better.
Aliens are cooler than Pokemon? That's a hot take.
And yeah, blow me.
Okay, Men in
I
Black,
don't
the
know about
series.
you, but after I saw the movie
Is he
Men in
voiced by
Black,
Will Smith?
pretty much all my friends were asking, so when do you think there's gonna be a cartoon show? A lot of people said Men in Black was the Ghostbusters of its time, and that had an amazing cartoon, so I figured a series for this would make sense. However, Ghostbusters was a surreal one-of-a-kind movie, which led to a surreal one-of-a-kind series. Men in Black was a smart and clever comedy, which led to, you guessed it, a smart and clever show.
Oh.
It didn't really push the boundaries
talking
in
dog.
terms of animation or intense imagery, unless walking weird in the intro counts.
Well, why are you walking like that? That's not how you're supposed to walk.
But it was pretty well written and represented the source material perfectly. It follows the adventures of Jay and Kay as they track down the scum of the universe,
no.
working in its trademark odd but also cool humor. The best part is it expanded on ideas
voices
that the movies
the
abandoned.
characters,
like
though?
Agent L doesn't decide to go back to the morgue. She stays on as a permanent character.
Oh.
It's pretty cool. Her job includes slicing up aliens to examine their insides like she did when she was a mortician. Also, I found out she was voiced by Cass from Voyager. That's just neat.
Sure.
This is Jay's brain. This is Jay's brain running at 78.9% capacity.
Explodes.
Jay's head becomes Mount St. Helens.
They have more character backstories. Like, remember that brief moment in the film when you see Kay handing an alien flowers? There's a whole episode dedicated to that.
That's
and It's one
cool.
of the most gripping stories.
It's almost like a fan fiction kind of deal.
Your original partner. You're the only partner I've ever had.
It's nice it didn't just go 100% for the jokes, as the film did have its dramatic moments too. It's not a series I can say did anything that new or unique, but it captured the voice of the original pretty great. Better than the second one, even.
Or the fourth one.
Damn it, Malcolm, stop
I don't know which ones I
Don't
stopped
worry, you won't
watching.
remember.
Remember what?
I don't remember.
Oh.
If you're looking for a series that
I don't.
continues the
I definitely
adventures
saw
of
the
Division
second one. I
6
don't know if I
in
saw the
a
third or
not
fourth.
spectacular, but entertaining enough way, this just might be worth your time.
Okay. Well, job's done.
XMen Evolution.
Ah, yes, X-Men. Something I know nothing about.
I don't know, I just wanted to talk about it and I didn't have a transition.
Well done.
Okay. X-Men. I remember the X Games.
Teenagers, high school, cool goth rogue. XMen Evolution rules. The show takes place while many of the mutants are in high school. Not a mutant high school, just a
normal high school?
It allows for some great high school drama, some stupid fun
Very
romances,
unrealistic
and eventually led
high
to
school
some
drama.
awesome growth from many of our characters. I'm not sure if I saw this show at the perfect time or if it really was
What's that haircut,
flawless,
bro?
but it left an impact. Also, Nightcrawler is so great in this version.
Oh, you mean fun and lovable and not... I can't even think of a word to describe him.
I
It's a
don't-
little an impact.
Yeah, what is that?
Blue?
No, even that doesn't feel right.
Yeah, no.
He might be the best he's ever been represented in any of the series. Everyone stands out and feels authentic
Reminds me of
despite
Beast Boy.
taking liberties from the source material. Also, the orange and black Wolverine suit is so slick.
You can't stop the juggernaut.
I know that thing from the Deadpool movie.
This is the most early 2000s show that you could ever watch. It should be put in a time capsule to show people in 1,000 years what this time period was like.
Oh, come on, it's
Yeah,
not that.
yeah, well, it is that the song?
LimeWire guest starring on the OC isn't as 2000s as that.
I loved this show so
Fair.
much as a kid. I always wanted to be Rogue from the comics, but this goth Rogue took that want and made it a need. We also got that great Kitty Pryde Rogue dance gift from this show, so cheers to that, honestly.
Why? What?
Please, Josh Hartnett is going to join Destiny's Child if there's any more 2000s.
It took what was an already amazing comic book adaptation and gave it a whole new spin. It's early 2000s, yes, but it also has stories and characters you can
just run through a tree?
Today. No matter what time period you grew up in, as long as you grew up, you'd find something relatable in XMen Evolution.
Oh, people say I didn't grow up. People said I was literally dropped on this planet at the age of 18.
2000 stuff. I'm a history man myself.
No, you're not.
Oh.
A history of 1998.
That's
I was
random.
1.
Also, no, you're not.
98 was only 2 years before the early 2000s.
That makes it even less history.
When this show made literal history.
I don't know what show this is gonna be.
Tamara. That's how you do the segue.
Damn it, you're right.
Hysteria? Isn't that like a
was
disease?
Another Tom Ruegger produced show. It was trying to be a sketch comedy series like what SNL
Hopefully
is,
things don't have to be blurred.
Used to educate kids about history. Think of all the educational songs in Animaniacs had their own show. Once again, this was done to meet FCC requirements.
The Cold War?
Educational, and to its credit, it is a noble attempt. There are a lot of great songs and clever ways they teach kids history. My personal favorite being a tour guy named Misinformation, who
Misinformation.
gets their facts wrong.
That's
It had
hilarious.
Good energy and good animation, but the problem
Hopefully
was
you don't
it
hear that.
didn't really have solid characters. Father Time was the host, who was just sort of a generic nice guy who sometimes lost his temper. There's a big fat baby, literally called Big Fat Baby, who
That's
you
a
guessed
name.
It's just a gross
It looks like an
big
egg.
fat baby.
It literally looks like an
There's the
egg.
Chorus, who usually just had one joke about each of them. The worst one being Loud Kiddington. Can you guess what his shtick is?
Hysteria! The War of 1812!
Is this announcing stuff?
How dare he steal your thing?
Yelling? Just yelling?
Not to admire a show trying to teach something in a creative way, but with shows like Animaniacs or even Carmen Sandiego.
Oh God!
Because they wrote for the
Y'all don't want to know what I thought
They
Carmen
gave us
Sandiego
stories
was
and
when I first
people
heard
we'd
that
like to
name.
watch, even if they weren't teaching
That
us
was
anything.
Hellsing Ultimate Bridge
I think
told
I
me
would
about
be
that.
checking in on these characters anytime soon.
Sex Toys! September! October!
Oh, that was the original.
I will admit though, I think this is made
months
for
of
a
the year,
much
right?
younger audience, and if I was a little kid, I'd probably get into all the funny voices and screaming.
Pretty good. I'm so hungry I can throw up twice.
It wasn't
Throw
for
up?
me, but it was a noble attempt at a noble cause.
And Napoleon.
Hysteria!
Okay,
Wait, didn't Tom Ruegger also work on Batman?
I'm Batman.
See, that's how you segue, Tim.
Yeah, they're all.
Wait, he didn't work on Superman though.
Neither did you.
My life is over.
Oh, okay. That's not surprising. Batman Superman Adventures? Like, Batman Superman?
The new Batman
Not
Superman
Batman and
Adventures
Superman,
was
just Batman
sometimes
Superman?
An hour, sometimes an hour and a half long programming block that started to air
Wow.
in 1997. They would
The
schedule
year I was
a
born.
combination of a Superman the Animated Series rerun, Batman the Animated Series rerun, and a fresher episode of either the new Batman Adventures or the third season of Superman. It's a bit complicated since this isn't actually the name of a separate series and the branding was used for Emmy nominations that pertain to both shows. The block had its own
Oh.
unique intro that presented clips from each program merged with some original animation and a brand new theme from Shirley Walker. It's pretty good.
So
too.
why exactly did they, huh? They do that to win Emmys? That's a pretty cool intro.
Bumpers, commercials, and even the end credits were specially made for this packaged time slot. The crossover episodes between Superman and Batman are more associated with this title.
Wasn't there a
so
whole movie
let's
where they
quickly
fought each
mention
other?
it. The only Batman episode that a Superman character showed up on was Girls' Night Out, where Supergirl teamed up with Batgirl to take down the consolidated threat of Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, and Livewire. I just reviewed it for
Livewire? I'm
Batman,
pretty sure it's
so
Mountain
check that
Dew,
out
and
for
apparently a
more
band.
info. On the Superman series,
It was also a website.
Nighttime saw the Man of Steel disguise himself as the Dark Knight and team up with Robin after Bruce goes missing. A bunch of the Caped Crusaders villains get to make appearances, and we get to see Superman beat up Bane under Batman's cowl. It's a great moment.
Wait, does Superman dressed up as Batman?
The best example of these crossovers is, of course, the world's finest three-parter that introduced Batman to Kal-El and saw Lex Luthor join forces with the Joker. A lot of people know it mainly under its home video release name, the Batman-Superman movie, but they are officially
there's a movie.
episodes of Superman TAS. It's some of the strongest stuff to come out of either show, and you should go out of your way to see it if you never have.
Like I said, I've never seen anything Batman and Superman.
Title, these two characters united for
Nothing.
some notable adventures that will continue on for years to come.
Yep, there's that movie that I did not watch.
Well,
I think it's time.
I think I watched a nostalgia video about that.
And into more modern times with Static Shock.
What year do you think?
Neighbors are doing something, I guess. Static Shock. They better not be cutting their grass.
Static Shock was a gemstone
in
among
November.
my favorite childhood cartoons. Created by the late Dwayne McDuffie with Dennis Cohen, it was the first original story with a black superhero as its protagonist to get its own animated series. Only took until 2000.
For white people, that's very fast for us.
This show was poignant in not only setting trends for BIPOC and POC representation in comic media, but it was among the first to take a more grounded, slice-of-life tone to contrast its superhero story. Voiced by one of my biggest inspirations, Phil Lamar.
Maybe we should put you on payroll, Static. Give me one of those shiny helmets and we'll call it even.
A helmet?
Virgil
Over
Hawkins
salary?
is a high school
Bro, what?
teen who develops electromagnetic powers after his town suffers from the effects of fallout from a nearby chemical plant
that's not good.
called the Big Bang. In addition to the usual
I don't think it's
superhero
what
tropes
that's
and
supposed to
learning
be.
responsibility, juggling
Just-
aliases, and developing powers, Virgil takes on issues more focused around himself as a middle-class black teen in an urban environment. We get to see unique circumstances addressed, with the issues tackled from a more black perspective. We see topics
In
of
2000?
bigotry, neurodivergence, gang activity, police racial profiling, and more.
What you
Wow.
son heard, Hawkins. I wasn't talking about him.
No, you were talking about his kind, that's all. Well, I know your kind, Foley. Fine, upstanding bigot. The world changes and grows, and he's blind to it. Ignorant. And proud of that, too.
You tell
Richard
him.
ran away from you a long time ago, Foley. And because of the way you are, you'll never really know him.
It's all woven together so well
Wow.
with its action and storytelling.
In 2000?
I'd argue it set the trend for
Snap.
many comic properties hereafter. Yielding crossovers with Batman and the Justice League, Static cemented himself in the superhero zeitgeist.
That's pretty cool.
Let's hope we can continue to see more of Static Shock in the near future.
Did we ever? Did we see anything else from Static?
Well, seeing how we're back in the 2000s, let's talk about another show that came out around that time, Jackie Chan Adventures.
Wait, is
Everyone
that
talked
like
about this on
one of the
Toonami.
shows that Ayana's seen?
Oh, that's a good point. You think we should let her talk about it?
Well, it just so happens that I have a letter from her.
A letter.
Greetings.
On
You may
Jackie
remember I
Chan.
gave my thoughts on Jackie Chan Adventures, the greatest show ever
In our
made.
Toonami
In our
review.
Toonami review. I honestly got everything out about it that I needed to say, so I have enclosed an edited video of those thoughts with clips from the show.
Oh, really?
Ayana Wade.
Nice.
Oh, that was nice of her.
Yeah, let's see what
Which
she put
she's.
together.
Oh god.
Jackie Chan Adventures!
Oh.
So, Jackie
But-
Chan is this archaeologist.
Apparently, a lot of people in the comments talk about how
around the
good
world
that
and
actually
finding
was.
these talismans. There's 12 of them, and they're based off of the zodiac signs. And then
Oh.
he's trying to keep them away and out of the hands of the evil people. They're called the Dark Hand. They're evil.
The
They're
Dark
working for
Hand,
this
wow,
demon. His
that's
name
clever.
is Shendu. He's the worst, and he's also trapped in a dragon statue because his regular form is a dragon, and he wants to get back to his regular form. Jackie Chan has to fight all of these bad guys. Easter eggs of his entire career throughout the show. It's incredible.
I'm hoping it's
Every
actually
episode
voiced by
gets
Jackie
these
Chan.
Children that
Oh.
write in and get to ask Jackie
Oh,
Chan
that's
questions,
cool.
and then he answers them. It's amazing.
That's cool. Aren't they making a new Rush Hour movie? I want to say they are.
Dude, none of our videos were that cool.
I want to be Jackie Chan Adventures.
She had like explosions and stuff.
Heather, does your next one have explosions and stuff?
No.
No.
Well, what do you have?
Oh. That's better than nothing. Oh, well. After that. Oh, Togo P. Sad.
La poème in terrible French accent. Can you feel
What?
that sizzle? This summer
Is
is
this
heating
DoorDash?
up, and so are the savings with Summer Dash Pass from DoorDash.
It
I
is,
love you,
um,
DoorDash, because
Thanksgiving
you
is
give me
Thursday.
cash. That makes
Well, you're
this
seeing us
officially a
on
poem
Cyber
because it
Monday.
rhymes. I checked. I looked it up. Don't check. Now through July 19th, you can save big on your favorite summer essentials, or get groceries for your next summer barbecue right to your door with Dash Pass.
Why is he
membership.
supposed to be French?
Something about a flower. With summer
Something about a
Dash Pass,
flower?
you'll enjoy $0 delivery fees and reduced service fees on all eligible orders, making it easier
Ice
and more
cream from
affordable
DoorDash.
than ever to stock up on all your favorite summertime essentials. Ewan McGregor as a candle. You'll will also get access to thousands of offers nationwide, ensuring that this summer is one to remember. So kick back, relax, and let Dash Pass help you experience the best of your neighborhood for less. Moments later. Summer of Dash Pass
did he actually
is a
voice that?
once-a-year
I'm pretty
event
sure.
You don't want to miss, thanks to the chance to get special access to members-only events. Whether you're into sports, music, or just great snacks, get ready to lower your costs and raise the bar this summer with limited edition drops and exclusive items to level up all season long.
Level
Your
up.
faces like
XP
the
from
sky
DoorDash?
or something. Poetry. Experience a summer like no other. Best your best summer? What? Best your best summer with Dash Pass membership from DoorDash today.
Or best your...
It is not a French accent misreading English. That is really what they had written here. Sign up for Dash Pass now and you get your first month free.
Why is there just a flower?
Promo code
what does that do with DoorDash?
Off up to $10 value when you spend $15 or more on your next Dash Pass order. When you download the DoorDash
never
app
used DoorDash.
and enter the code
Never have.
That's 50%
also
off when you spend $10
go.
or more on the next
Most of the time I
Dash
just
Pass order when
eat
you
at home.
download the DoorDash
I
app
meal
and
prep.
enter the code movie time
I meal prep 9 meals a week. Each meal's under $5. Super healthy. I like cooking. Also like saving money.
Time is over. Go and apologize to a French person somewhere. I don't know. DoorDash.
Yikes. Yeah, I have been eating the same meal prep for
Jedi Survivor
over 3 years now. Sauteed chicken and white rice with Skinny Girl brand raspberry vinaigrette with salt and pepper on the chicken. Like, I've done it. I eat it 5 times a week for over 3 years.
Pokemon, Kids WB added the anime Card Captors to their lineup
Card
in June of
Captors?
2000.
What is this?
Card Captors combined the monsters of Pokemon with the magical girl essence of Sailor Moon.
Oh, yeah, learned about Sailor Moon last week.
Accidentally releases magical cards called Cloud Cards into the world. The guardian of the cards, Kiro, is also
I've never
released.
heard of this.
He reveals that only someone with magical powers could open the book, which means Sakura has magic.
So everybody else just can't open a book?
Personifications of the cards to seal them all back away into the book. The version of the show that was aired on Kids WB was...
What?
Heavily edited?
No.
No, they leave it alone.
Really?
Yes,
Why?
They even have a class at the Home for Infinite Losers.
Okay, keep going.
Oh no.
In this instance,
Home for Infinite Losers.
it wasn't as much a censorship issue. The original series was 70 episodes.
Wow.
The Kids WB edit was only 39 episodes.
Wait a minute.
Episodes were rearranged and key plot points were omitted. That still didn't stop me, personally.
Wow,
from
they abridged it,
absolutely
basically.
Loving it. I loved this series so much. I spent a summer at 12 years old fan-dubbing the movie with my best friend at the time. She was Japanese, so she had a Japanese copy of the movie, translated a whole script, and we dubbed it together.
Really?
Really?
And
A
where is
movie?
this embarrassing medium we can blackmail you?
Unfortunately, it's been lost to time.
Really?
I truly wish I could share it with you all. Now
Do
all
you?
I have are my cloud cards to remember the great times I had.
Wait, they
with
actually
Sakura
sold
and
the
her
cards? I've
Still,
never
this show
heard
gave
of
me
this.
Great memories, great animation, and great characters I won't be forgetting for a
I
long
guess
time.
it just didn't live like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon did. Well, heck, Yu-Gi-Oh! Compared to Pokemon is nothing, especially these days.
ScoobyDoo, bitch! Wow! Now
Oh,
that's
okay.
how you do a segue.
That's a pretty good segue. No explosions.
Very good segue.
Nice.
The 9th version of the beloved Scooby-Doo gang brings us What's New Scooby-Doo, a
Mhm.
modernized version of the Mystery Inc. with slightly updated
Did I see this?
everything. The slang, tech,
That's a big duck.
outfits, music, everything was updated from when Scooby-Doo Where Are You first aired in 1969. The theme song, performed by Simple Plan, dare I say,
Wow.
slaps.
I've heard of Simple Plan. Oh! Yes, I know this song.
I just can't believe that Scooby was the culprit all along.
Right, Amanda?
The series
Mhm.
premiered in 2002 and ran for 3 seasons before ending in 2006, and overall is an incredibly well done and welcome addition
Also
to the
random
world of
just
Scooby-Doo.
dinosaur?
Scooby-Doo is one of the cornerstone dogs of our childhood, along
And
with Krypto the Super Dog
Never heard
and
of
Airbud.
I've heard of Airbud.
Despite what some anti-K-Knights think.
Dude, I'm good. I'm scared of you this episode.
Should be.
Lasagna!
Concussion.
While this follow-up was not as full of little life lessons as the original was, it kept Scoob and the gang on the map.
Well, ScoobyDoo is also apparently an alien, and he also.
Were less than stellar. This was a
Wait,
creative,
what?
uniform
The ScoobyDoo?
blast.
What? That's the movie.
Also, anything that gives us the Hex Girls is a good thing. Hex Girls forever.
I remember the Hex Girls. Hey, something I know.
Married to.
Mystery.
That weirdly checks out.
Okay, yeah, it does. Can't argue with that. Why do I remember
Tamara,
that?
now that you're so good at segues, could you maybe come up with one for Batman Beyond?
Yeah, just say you're doing Batman Beyond.
Oh, that works.
Oh, okay. Batman Beyond. It sounds really familiar.
Beyond, bitch! Wow!
Again.
God, what?
Did I watch a video that he did Batman Beyond
The first
before?
2 episodes of Batman Beyond, known as Batman of the Future outside the US, established a concept that became one of the strongest, most unique ideas this creative team ever conceived.
That's a dog. What's the dog
It's crazy
doing?
how this show was basically
I
a
gotta
mandate
sneeze.
for
Ah,
the network
pomegranate.
that Bruce Timm and company had to pitch on the spot.
Yo,
For a
that
short
worked.
time period, they were finishing up Superman the Animated Series and the new Batman adventures, all while simultaneously rushing
Oh,
to get
wait a
Batman
minute.
Beyond off the ground for a 1999
Was this in a death
premiere.
battle?
Set decades in the future, the show followed a teenager named Terry McGinnis who discovers the secret
Was
of
this
a
in a
now
death battle?
elderly Bruce Wayne and becomes the new Batman.
Doesn't he,
in a
like, break
Gotham
into his
that looks
property?
Very different. A couple decades before the main time period, Bruce retires after being forced to use a gun to threaten a criminal when his body fails
threaten?
him. It's an epic and heartbreaking start to
That is
possibly
actually
the
really
late, great
sad.
Kevin Conroy's most impressive performance as Bruce Wayne. He believably sounded like a jaded old man who had more than his fair share of regrets. This evolution of the character is one of my personal
That's
favorites
trauma.
because it places him at a point in his life he probably never thought he'd reach.
Yeah,
His
Batman
relationship
living
with
that
Terry
long
is a dynamic that's
as a
just
billionaire.
as strong as with any of his sidekicks, but takes on a completely new connotation. As the series progressed across its 54 episodes, new characters and distinct villains pushed the overall legacy of Batman
That's the
forward.
Joker. Did he
Most
kill
of the creative
Bruce Wayne?
decisions were excellent additions, considering we were seeing the bookend to a continuity with so much history behind it. Now, not everything worked. The romantic relationship between Bruce and Barbara has aged like cheese, but pretty much everything else has held up exceedingly well.
That's good, at
Comics,
least.
The Batman 75th anniversary short and a phenomenal animated movie have done a lot to display this show's staying power. There have been
Was there a
rumblings of
Batman
live
Beyond
action
Death Battle?
adaptation as far back
I
as
wanna
the
say there
early
was.
2000s, and as recently as last year with Michael Keaton coming back to reprise Bruce. A new animated film has even been rumored. Time will tell
Really?
if any of that really happens, but the
I don't
fact
know.
remains.
It seems
that
like
Batman
anything
Beyond
Batman
is
will
a once and future
make money.
classic. Plus, it stars Will Friedle. How could it not be good?
I don't know
You
who
know,
that
it's
is.
amazing. In one short day, I managed to earn the socially challenged rep that took me a lifetime to cultivate back home.
I don't know. That looks so familiar. Maybe I watched the Nostalgia Critic on it,
I
or
love that show.
a Death Battle.
Have you
One of the
ever
two.
thought about doing it for Bat May? Wait, it
Bat
could be
May.
called Bat May Beyond.
Ooh, and then after that, you can talk about the 2004 series.
Yeah, and I know you like Brave and the Bold. You should do that one too.
Beware the Batman is strange. Talk about it, Walter.
No, but serious, that.
While he's wearing a Batman shirt. Oh, there's Chaplin. Batman. What is?
Ozzy and Drix was a show.
Oh my God! I remember this.
Based on the box office. Lost.
Oh, wait.
Ozzy and Drix continues the stories of
Oh,
Moses
wait.
Jones and Drix, where this time
Oh,
in the box
I didn't know they had a show.
rather than a dying Bill Murray.
Do you mean comedically or physically?
Yes.
Oh, I was like, I could have sworn it went by a
For
different
sure
name, but I
coming
knew the
off of a
characters.
major
Osmosis Jones.
Bomb, I have to admit, this series is much better than it has any right to be. Okay, it's not great, but the voice actors capture the charm of the original actors.
Knife flashing before eyes. Sorry, man, can't help it. Gotta go, go, go,
One
go,
second.
go, go.
Okay, and we're back.
Budget for this
I
type
take
of
a phone
show
call.
seems put to good use, and it actually does teach you a little bit about the human body. I think two big
yeah,
advantages
sure.
the show had was, one, getting rid of the live action segments with Murray, which still feels
Yeah.
weird to say. Them angels and elephants really threw him off course.
The what?
And two, it got legendary producer Alan Burnett on board. Yes,
Does-
that Alan Burnett.
Oh.
About as much effort as you can put into an idea
I've heard
like
of
this
that
was
one. I watched the
appropriately
video.
applied. And they really did make this world interesting in a unique way that
Downtown
evolved the
Frank.
creativity of the original. I don't know. I really thought I was gonna hate this, and I thought it was alright.
Wait, was the show actually, or the
Glowing
movie, like,
recommendation, but
disappointing?
if you've seen some of the worst moments in the movie, you know it's still pretty damn impressive.
Did he ever do a review on the movie? Oh god, I can't wait to read the comments. The comments will be like, wait, so you haven't seen like anything, but you've seen Osmosis Jones.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh? Yes, Yu-Gi-Oh! I was definitely more of a Yu-Gi-Oh kid than a Pokemon kid.
WB continued to cash in on the Pokemon craze with
I also
an anime
played
called
Yu-Gi-Oh.
spelled with an exclamation point. That's very important.
Well, you're supposed to
Yu-Gi-Oh!
yell the
centered
O
around
part,
a boy
right?
named Yugi, who plays an in-universe card game called Duel Monsters. Duel Monsters, to simplify,
I have
is
5
kind
of
like Magic
those.
the Gathering and the Pokemon trading card game combined.
Never played
Worst
Magic.
of both worlds.
You can go to hell!
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yugi also owns a special artifact called the Millennium Puzzle, which he
Mhm.
solved. The puzzle contains the spirit of an old Egyptian pharaoh that
looks
becomes
just like him.
Yugi's alter ego. After defeating the best
I think his
duel
name is
monster
Atem,
player in the
or
world,
Adam.
Seto Kaiba, Yugi goes on
He's
a
rich.
quest to solve the mystery
Ah,
behind the
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Millennium
Bridged.
Puzzle and the power it holds. On the way, he encounters other Millennium items and, of course, plays a ton of Duel Monsters. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was almost presented as a more grown-up Pokemon. The card game felt more complicated. It felt more action-packed with higher stakes and a darker tone.
Oh, even just the card
This
game.
anime was also licensed by 4Kids and
I
similar
watched
to
the
Pokemon
4Kids.
underwent some heavy editing. As
Did
a
it?
kid, the editing here was more
I only
epic,
watched like
with
season
invisible
1.
guns
I also
and talk
think I
of
watched
sending people to the
5Ds.
Shadow Realm instead of death threats. Even though many people did compare it to Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Had a unique style and concept. The anime,
I mean,
of course,
I
had a
had
card game
I had
that I
cards of both.
obviously
I still
played
have
too.
them.
I was drawn to Yu-Gi-Oh! Because it felt deeper and more complex than any of the other monster animes I had enjoyed
Yeah.
before, such as Pokemon, Monster Rancher, and even Digimon.
Monster
It
Rancher?
didn't hurt either that I had a huge crush on Seto Kaiba. Fruity anime boys were my type in middle school.
He's also rich, very rich.
Oh god, he is dreamy.
The series may not have left as much
I still have my dual disc, or my friend
It
still
was
has my dual
endearing and
disc. I need to get
entertaining
that
to many
back.
who felt they were starting to outgrow
I need to
Pokemon.
take
And though
his
not
kneecaps.
as big, it still has a massive following all these years later. And for good reason.
I remember like Celtic Guardian
Oh,
being
it's cool.
used,
The
like
next one's
being
Mickey
so
Mouse.
cool,
Clearly none of us have watched that.
but it's like not a good card. What is none of us watched that? Why did you watch that? Nostalgia Critic should bring me on for an episode and then just have them all just berate me on.
But don't.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
These,
Hear me
these
out.
are like baby Looney Tunes.
asks
Baby
the
Looney
great
Tunes.
question. Hey, what if the Looney Tunes were babies?
You know, I can stick my fist up all your asses and use you as puppets.
The premise
As someone
is
that didn't
so
watch the
simple, it
Looney
sounds
Tunes, I definitely
so
watched
boring,
the
but there
baby
was
Looney
something
Tunes.
outrageously fun about this show. The babies live with Granny in her mansion, wow,
Mansion?
lucky, and spend their days playing and pretending. Also, it's Looney Tunes, so there are pie throws and physical comedy. Baby Looney Tunes focused on real-world problems that children could relate to, such as sharing and understanding emotions
Sharing's a
and playing
problem.
with others. Okay, they're very simple, but they're taught in the most adorable way. It's impossible not to get involved in their tiny little stories. Lasting for 4 seasons and even getting a movie, Baby Looney Tunes was a somewhat formulaic show. that
How
made it
easy
to
is to get a
watch.
movie?
Always had a lesson to learn and had better writing than it probably had any right to. Though on the list of theme songs, this one is dead last.
What's the theme?
It's a loonyful day to have a little fun the Baby Looney Tunes way.
I don't know, Tamara. I think your brain's coming in dead last.
Oh.
Yeah, what's next? The show about baby Damon Wayans?
Who? Malcolm Y. Malcolm Y. Waynehead?
Okay, going back a little bit to 1996, Waynehead was another short-lived animated original on the Kids WB lineup. The story is a retelling of Damon Wayans' childhood in the Chelsea neighborhood of the New York City borough of Manhattan. It features the voices of the Wayans
Was
brothers,
Manhattan a borough?
John Witherspoon, Gary Coleman, Frank Welker, and then rising child star Orlando Brown as the lead, Damie Wayne. Despite a recognized and respected cast, the
Dude,
show
what is
saw
that
low
hat?
ratings and
Or that
predicted
might be a
maturity.
do-rag, actually.
Each episode featured the comedic spirits of the Wayans family, but with the TV-Y rating, their talents were severely undercut. And looking at the credited writers on the show, it looks like the Wayans were more so referenced rather than doing any writing themselves. And it shows, unfortunately. I wanted to like the show more. Even my parents were excited for when
What's
the show
on his
came
ankle
out,
or his
but
foot?
it couldn't hold my attention or anyone else's, sadly. It'd be nice to have this project re-envisioned with Damon Wayans more involved in the show's writing, but as it stands, it'll be remembered as that one Wayans Bros cartoon. The idea was kind of cool, but the execution, not so much.
Speaking of Batman Beyond,
we in no way were.
Yeah, we were talking about Batman Beyond
let's
earlier.
Take a look at another spin-off.
Uh-oh. Throwing hands. Oh. Dog gets the hands.
What'd I do?
What is this one? Zeta? The Zeta Project?
It's the DCAU show that nobody remembers, the Zeta Project. Spinning off of the Season 2 Batman Beyond episode Zeta, this series follows a tactical syndicate built for the National Security Agency
episode turned into a
impersonate enemies of the
series.
state and kill them for gaining information. Eventually, Infiltration Unit Zeta grows a conscience and refuses to carry out his orders of
Ultron.
executions.
Okay.
Thus, he becomes a fugitive and goes on the run, picking up a young friend named Ro along the way.
Ro.
Together, they try to find Zeta's original creator in hopes of uncovering the answers to his growing sense of morality and prove his innocence to the NSA, who thinks terrorists have reprogrammed him to be a danger to the populace. DCAU writer Robert Goodman pitched the show to Kids WB as a version of the 1960s TV series The Fugitive with a runaway robot. He was at first hoping to make it even darker than Batman Beyond and explore deeper themes.
Turn into a human.
While the network ordered the series, they saw it as a way of drawing a younger demographic. Problem was, catering just to 6 to 11-year-olds was not what Goodman wanted.
How in the world?
Show. This led to clashes between the showrunner and the network that eventually led to the series ending after 2 seasons. The final episode finished off on an unresolved cliffhanger, but in the decades since, Goodman has tried getting a new version of the series off the ground, with the latest attempt
all
coming
these years
in the
later
form of a potential live-action drama. I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't even know the Zeta Project existed until well after Kids WB was dead and gone. I knew that Zeta came
So it
back
wasn't
to Batman
promoted, right?
Beyond in season
I'm
3's
guessing?
Countdown with a new look and Ro at his side, but I had no idea that he had his own show. So I did some background research in addition to watching a few installments. From what I saw, the series wasn't bad. I could see what the show wanted to be peeking through the network's mandatorily bright surface. I was always planning on watching it to complete my DCAU viewing experience, but now I'm not as worried about
You
being
just
bored
gotta
the
watch
entire
everything?
time. Don't get me wrong, the animation and music aren't very good, a clear downgrade from most shows in the same universe. But there is a charm that's apparent in the little I saw. We'll call this a pleasant surprise. I definitely want to hear if any of you remember
they're in the
watching
future.
show when it aired.
Because
What did you
Batman
think of it
Beyond
back
takes
then?
place in future,
As for
decades
here and
later.
Now, the Zeta Project will likely continue to remain in general obscurity.
Who threw that net, actually? Where'd the net come from?
Speaking of good hero stories, let's talk about
Chaplin.
the Batman.
The Batman? Which one?
Not like baby Batman?
The Batman.
Batman's dog or something?
Those stories will be told at a different time.
I guess Batman does
In
have
this
dog. We
review.
did see one.
Oh.
There's a lot of shows on Kids WB.
The Batman is an underrated, hopeful version of the Dark Knight with a unique style of his own. Being the first animated Batman story after Batman animated series universe, this show had big bat boots.
Oh, that's kind
to
of
fill.
creepy.
It follows the story of Batman as we know him and follows canon character
That's the
arcs
Penguin.
and things like that, but it also does a great job of
No
making
idea.
lore unique to itself. This version of Bruce Wayne comes to us only a few years into being the Batman. He has a more hopeful outlook and wants to have a life outside of being the Batman. He meets villains for the first time, and by the end of the
Whoa.
show's 5 seasons, his
5
character arc
seasons.
has led him closer to his gruff older self. The villains in this show especially shine. Mr. Freeze is so cool with his
That's
eyes.
a lot better than the one
Maybe
from that
my
live-action
favorite
movie.
iteration of the Riddler.
That's the
Layman's
Riddler?
Incredibly told story that I haven't seen in years and I remember so vividly to this day. Hot take, but maybe one of the best Jokers ever. Kevin Michael Richardson is a wildly underrated
No
Joker.
idea.
His Joker's so scary. So
That is a
yucky.
scary joke, yeah,
The huge
Joker.
orange teeth, the green wild hair, the
He
scary
looks like a
huge red
monster.
eyes. He's such an interesting and uncomfortable character to look at, and it's awesome.
I don't share your sense of humor. Yet we're linked, you and I, like comedy and tragedy. Two sides, same coin.
Well,
Also,
I've heard that
I
saying.
will be cosplaying this version of Catwoman one day. I will.
People,
Is she the owl guy from Watchmen?
there's
now?
a
She is everything.
Catwoman review that people want me to do.
No, really, what did we do to you?
I don't know.
For a character that
What
has
did they do
so
to her?
many interpretations, this is one of the most underappreciated. It needs more love, more discussion, and more time in the bat spotlight.
The bat spotlight. Oh, because okay, the bat signal. They're covering a lot of shows. A lot.
Don't worry, the Looney Tunes will pick up where this dark, edgy story left off.
Right?
I wish I wasn't.
What? Lunatics?
2005, Lunatics Unleashed
There we
is
go.
a futuristic action series set in a post-apocalyptic world, and the Looney Tunes are the main characters. You see, a meteorite hits the city of Acmetropolis.
A meteor strikes the city planet of Acmetropolis.
The city
I give
planet?
the narrator credit, I wouldn't be able to say that name without laughing. And admit it, you can't hear it without laughing. And it gives our team protagonists, because of course they're teens, superpowers.
Of course.
Their leader, Sadavia, even as made-up names go, doesn't that sound like the most made-up name?
It does.
Summons them to stop all
Sounds
the
like,
people from harming the city.
Lady
and
in
of
the
course,
Water
making
names.
a few zingers here and there. People hated this show
Did
even
they?
before it came out.
Ah.
Their reveal got petitions.
They literally
going.
saw-
Apparently the VP of Creative Affairs always pointed to them as what not to do when designing characters.
Wow.
And I will say, as bad as the show
They
is...
don't even look like the originals.
Yeah, okay, I'll say it. It could have been worse. I mean,
Really?
yes, this is a dead idea from the start, but the animation is nice. Some of the voice acting is enjoyable. The imagination, I mean, you have to be imaginative to come up with something this crazy.
They're
It's
like
not the
Looney
worst,
Tunes,
but
a little bit
I
older.
think it's pretty clear
Done.
most Looney Tunes fans are not gonna enjoy it. You just
Looney
can't get
Tunes
past
fans?
the idea of it. It's like
I feel
that
that Die
new
Hard about-
Warriors comic they were gonna release years ago. Even if it somehow got the best
Safe
writing you've
Space?
seen in a while, you're just
That's a weird
not
hero
gonna be
name.
able to see past this concept. There's worse out there, but that doesn't make it good.
I didn't know it existed.
How about something that was meant to be funny?
Well,
Like what?
it was. I don't know what it was supposed to be. Yeah, funny would be nice.
What was it supposed to be? Mucha Lucha?
Mucha Lucha entered the ring of Kids WB on August 17th, 2002.
2002.
The premise is pretty
I was
simple.
5.
It's about 3 friends,
They're
Ricochet, Winnow,
wrestling?
and the Flea, who are students at the foremost, world-renowned international
What are they
school
doing
of
out there?
Lucha. This world uses Mandalorian rules, so no one takes their masks off.
Ah, Mandalorian logic.
Never seen The Mandalorian.
People also highly value and hone their signature wrestling moves. The show was fast-paced and funny, with a lot of style and laughs. By the time the show was premiering, I was in high school, but I was still drawn to watching it with my little brothers because it was so engaging.
I
It
was
also
never
holds the
into
honor of
wrestling.
being one of the first broadcast animated television shows to be fully animated in Adobe Flash.
Whoa.
Oh.
Actually,
It totally shows.
It totally shows, but it's still interesting.
Huh.
Although it was considered a hit by the network,
That's why it looks
was never
like
quite as popular as it should
Old
have.
browser games.
This gem holds a little masked place in my heart. It's a very strange but memorable step inside the ring.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, it looks like we have only one show left.
Only
that
one?
one of us saw, and it's
Krypto the Super Dog. Krypto the Super Dog.
Krypto the Super Dog, the superior follow-up to NFT the Cat, was released in 2006 and has the
God.
catchiest theme song ever
What?
made.
I don't know about that.
I heard it once as a kid, and that's all it took.
Is it really
It
the
never
catchiest?
left my brain. I am humming it to myself as I read this. If you know, you know.
catchiest song.
I don't think that
So
is.
they weren't just making it up as they go along?
That is something that an anti
Okay. I don't know about the catchiest song. What would be?
Super Dog and a good boy who traveled on an interstellar ship.
Well,
from
was it
Krypton.
Johnny Test
He
that had
lands
a
on Earth and is
great?
adopted by Kevin Whitney, a 9-year-old boy and his family.
I'm pretty sure Johnny Test
Superman knows
song
that
was
his
good.
dog is with the Whitneys, but says he's too busy to take care of him and lets
Wow.
Kevin hold on to him.
The dude
Which
that
is
can move
majorly
like
effed up
at
if
the
you
speed of
think about it.
God.
Really
can,
makes you think what
is
kind
too
of
busy.
a dog owner Superman was.
Yeah, seriously, he couldn't show cryptocurrency? I know. That's...
There you go. That was deserved.
Krypto poses as an ordinary dog while living with Kevin's family, but adopts the secret identity of Krypto the Super Dog for his
He didn't put on
super
glasses
dog.
to hide his identity.
He has many other super
There's a bat
friends
dog.
and foes like Joker's pet hyenas and
Of course.
Catwoman's pet cat. While the show only lasted for 2 seasons, it was a cute and easy watch.
And it's on Blu-ray.
Now I want a whole show talking about Hawk Girl and her pet pigeons, but until
Hawk
then,
Girl
this
has
is an
pigeons? Why does she have
adorable
hawks? Hi.
In 2006, the WB
CW
network merged with UPN to create the CW.
Oh.
While Kids WB technically survived a little longer, it didn't make much
just
sense to
moved
have something called Kids WB
on
on a channel not even called WB.
Makes sense.
In 2008, Kids WB officially shut down. Even the frog took a bow when the writing was on the wall. It eventually became CW for Kids, which was later replaced by Toonzai, which was later replaced by Vortex. In 2008, it was relaunched as an online network with 5 sub-channels. It just wasn't the same.
Kids WB was similar to other kids programming at the time, but it had a style and a feel that was all its own.
It allowed both old and new ideas to grow and become something that would leave an impact on several generations.
Whether meant for younger kids,
Jackie Chan.
teens, and
There's a
even
lot
some
of overlap
adults,
between
it
this
seemed
and
like there was
Toonami.
something valuable for everyone in this lineup.
People still look fondly on it years later and continue to talk about the shows and characters that'll continue to live on in people's imaginations.
It was something we were all lucky to experience, and we
I
thank all the artists and
don't think
storytellers
I
who worked
experienced
their
it.
asses off to bring it to us. You all truly knew how to keep the party going.
That the party never ended, apparently. And those kids played baseball, apparently.
I'm the nostalgia critic, I admit.
That's how I feel. This is the 7th video I've recorded today.
I'm really goddamn tired.
I've been up since 7. Let's go! So that's the outro. Now what is the? It's gonna be cameo. Yeah, I've done 2 cameos by him.
We're doing
I believe it
Children's
was.
Hospital. They understand that caring for kids takes more than medicine.
Langoliers was the
Diagnosis
first
and
one where he
treatment,
roasted
it
me.
requires compassion and
And
understanding
then
that kids do best
Battlefield
when they get to
Earth
be kids. With
was
a
the
team
second
of
one.
world-renowned pediatric
Absolutely
experts
right.
and kid-friendly
Battlefield Earth was
care.
my 100th
There's a
nostalgia
reason they're
video.
ranked #1 children's hospital in Illinois.
Illinois.
So if you want a cameo of me saying happy birthday or good luck
They're
or
pretty
whatever,
good.
click on the link
They're
below
pretty
and be
good.
giving to a good cause. If you're like, no, I hate you and everything there is to hate about you, well, check out this wonderful place anyway. The great people that do great
Good.
work, and you can help them in a great way.
Aw. The comments on this video are going to be awesome. I'm so looking forward to it. Like, if you want to have a good laugh, go down in the comment section and then laugh at people coming up with theories for my existence. The craziest thing was, before I started reacting to videos on YouTube, I thought I had an average exposure to pop culture. I really thought, like, there was nothing different about me. Like, everyone went through life watching, like, the same things I did. Well, not the same things, but, like, the same amount of things. Like, obviously, I wasn't into some things that other kids were, but they weren't into the things that I was into. But that just wasn't the case, apparently. I'm just weird. I was a weird kid. Like, I didn't watch, like, Disney movies or anything like that. I'm like, yes, let's watch the military channel. Let's watch Deadliest Warrior. Let's watch... As a speck of dust literally just flew in front of the camera. You actually just saw that. I saw it go in front and then I saw it on the camera. That is actually funny. I've also never seen The Little Mermaid. Any version of it. I have seen Monster House. Never seen Robin Hood. There should be a new commercial special coming out real soon. Never seen Mrs. Doubtfire. Never seen The Road to El Dorado. Never seen Coraline. Never seen Peter Pan. Never seen South Park movie. Never seen Three Stooges. Never seen anything Batman related. I don't think I watched Rango. Liar Liar. I watched Big Fat Liar. The Truman Show. No idea. I did see Elf. I have seen Stuart Little. Deck the Halls. Never seen White Chicks. No. I did watch Tom and Jerry on Cartoon Network. Baby's Day Out. Nope. I know about Garfield. Never watched that one. I did watch Hoodwinked. Never heard of that one. I did like The Hulk. Jack and Jill. Never saw that one. The Grinch. There's so many things. So many things. There's actually a list on my Discord server of things that I actually have watched, and I've really thought about making a video just going through, like, listing everything I have and have not seen, just in one place. I don't know how I would even do that because there's so many things out there, but it would be a very long video, and it would be really interesting, and it would also be a lot easier for people that, you know, watch these videos and are like, wait, you don't know that? So I don't have to repeat myself to new people that are new to the channel when I say I've never experienced or never seen some things. So I've still never eaten an orange. That's still a thing that has not happened. I hope you have a wonderful rest today. I hope I made it a tiny little bit better. But until next video, take care and cue the music.
We were playing